Hey, welcome back to Movie Community College. And as part of our Deadpool the movie series, I wanted to feature another character that's going to be in the movie. And it is Copycat. Now, in the movie, it looks like Copycat, who's Vanessa Carlyle, is being played by the actress who is James Gordon's love interest on Gotham. And I forgot her name, what it was. It eludes me at the time. But it looks like this is Deadpool's main squeeze, per se. She is a superhero. She was a part of the X-Force. And I want to kind of give you a little bit of her biography and kind of go into there. She was part of Weapon X, Six Pack, X-Force, New Mutants. She's teamed up with Domino, Nurse Veronica. I can't think of anything else really. Christina Valentino. Oh, these are her aliases. I'm sorry, but she goes by not. What am I doing? Anyways, she was a young mutant shapeshifter, Vanessa Carlyle, and she fell into a life of prostitution in Boston, where she met and fell in love with the Mark with the Mouth, the mercenary Deadpool, whose real name is Wade Wilson. Now, Carlyle was soon saved from Wilson's vengeful employer, Zoe Colden, a time-traveling agent of Landau, Lukeman and Lake, who had journeyed into the past to prevent Wilson's eventual self-destruction. That night, Wilson broke up with Carlyle after learning he had cancer, leaving her heartbroken. Carlyle later became a mercenary herself, eventually employed by the arms dealer Tolliver. And that's kind of what you see in the movie it looks like. My best guess is we're going to see her as this it looks like they're portraying her in the movie as a stripper. Somehow Wade Wilson comes into the club, meets her, they have a thing, they become an item, and then he finds out that he has cancer, and he says, if I don't ever see you again, I want you to know that I love you. And he's going into the Weapon X program, and you see that exchange where they explain that the cancer's in his brain, his lungs, his liver, all these things. And she said, "Oh, we can overcome that." And he said, "Yeah, sure. I don't need any of that to live." And it looks like that they're, that something has happened in the relationship. So my guess is, how does the movie spin it? He's going into Weapon X, that now leaves her vulnerable, is my guess. Under his orders, that is Tolliver, Copycat infiltrates X-Force in the shape of Domino while she was a prisoner. Her mission was to blow up X-Force's headquarters in order to kill Cable. But she became attached to the team members and failed her mission. Tolliver sent Deadpool to force her to set a bomb. Deadpool would put her in her place if she refused. Deadpool blew Copycat's cover to X-Force and then left them for dead after blowing up the complex without knowing X-Force had already escaped. And you'll see, too, Cable and Deadpool kind of have a thing that goes back and forth, and maybe we'll do some Cable in this, too. Vanessa briefly hid herself under a false identity of a twin of one of her friends, Tina Valentino, that I discussed earlier in the thing. Deadpool and his associate, Sluggo, finished by meeting with her, but they killed Tina instead, thinking they had killed her. She moved into the Garrison Kane in San Francisco until Cable found them. She was subsequently captured by the emotional, manipulating Psycho Man who sought Kane's advanced technology, but was rescued from the Microverse by Kane, Cable, Domino, and the Microverse's resident heroes, the Microns. Later, she broke up with Kane and became back to live with Deadpool. Deadpool's feelings towards Siren grew, so she left him after taking his appearance to attack her in hopes of souring their potential relationship. Sometime later, Copycat is captured by Weapon X. The treatments of Weapon X destroyed her memory and she forgot her mission. Recruited by Sabretooth, Deadpool received an order to kill her. He tried to warn her, so Weapon X sent Kane to kill both of them. They fought, took them to a local zoo where Deadpool left her in a shape-shifting, changed gorilla form among other gorillas to fight against Kane. When he returned, the other gorillas were dead, and Copycat was dying from wounds inflicted by Sabretooth. She died shortly afterwards in Deadpool's arms. However, Deadpool poured an amount of his blood into Copycat's wounds, which is known to have healed her. Vanessa then took the identity of the owner of the chimichanga stand, which is hilarious, and later cheated Deadpool out of one of his past marriages. Now, her powers and her abilities, she's a metaphor, very powerful at it. She can duplicate another being down to the cellular level, causing her to be the exact replica. Not only is she the exact replica, but she'll take on the superhuman powers, abilities, even mental imprints so closely that telepaths have trouble identifying her. Copycat simply requires knowledge to duplicate somebody's appearance, but needs physical contact to duplicate something else. So you can show her a picture of yourself and she can take your image. But if you have special abilities or memories and whatnot, she has to actually touch you. Now, it will be interesting, I think, in the movie, how far do they go with this? Now, is she really going to be Copycat in the movie? Where when Deadpool, Wade Wilson, goes into Weapon X to go underneath his treatment, where he thinks he's going to become a superhero, and she's left vulnerable, we see Ajax kind of come and get her. I wonder if they're going to do something to her, and that's where she'll come out of this being Copycat. I'll be interested to see that. I think that'll be pretty interesting. Again, one of the things that I will tell you, if you're listening to this, you're watching this, you're one of the 18, thank you so much for listening and watching. If you're not familiar with Deadpool, you need to go on some kind of movie review site before you go see it. This is going to be very adult themed humor and action sequences and whatnot. It's not it's not Man of Steel. It's not going to be even Batman. It's going to be rated R content, and I think that's important, because what I'd hate for you to do is not do your homework as a parent or a guardian and take some little kid in to go see Deadpool, which could just really be a shock to everybody involved. So that's my discussion on in background on Copycat. Interesting character. I think that this will be a lot of fun. She's going to be like Mystique in the X-Men, and we'll kind of we'll see how this all plays out. Please, we do a FM radio show out here in the Phoenix area on KQC X 99.1 The X on Sunday nights. Check out our website, remnantxradio.com. You can find out more about our radio show. You can find out more. We do a lot of indie music. We talk about top news stories. And then we do a thing called Heroes and Villains, is kind of what we're talking about here. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.